the Pongo who stood on his nose.
Right, wait a minute, I'm not fixed yet.
No, no, you put your nose in.
It's not
No,
check
excuse me, 5-star YouTube?
Yeah. Don't you disrespect.
By the way, Swampy, whenever you're ready. Whenever you're ready.
Go on then, go on.
Whenever you're ready, sir.
3, 2,
House down, yeah.
1. Start. This is the Pongo who stood on his nose by grass swamp, otherwise reality known as Martindale Hill. Okay? And it goes kinda like this.
Like Run
Once
DMC.
upon a small round island, there was a thing that lived by itself. It was a Pongo. Nobody had ever seen this Pongo. In fact, the Pongo had never seen himself either. He simply knew that he was. The one certainty which Pongo held to himself was that each morning as he awoke, the first sight that met his eyes was the end of his nose. The Pongo held a great meaning to this, believing that this was the point of his origin. The only other life on this island was the indigenous plant life, from which Pongo selected freely in order to sustain himself. One morning, however, as Pongo rose to meet the new day, a strange sight stood before him. A new plant, where previously there had been none. It was tall, green, and quite feathery in its texture. Pongo sniffed it, and immediately his nose felt a tickle. The tickle grew, and soon Pongo was sneezing. Pongo had never sneezed before, and he felt quite confused and alarmed. Before Pongo had a chance to regain his composure, he heard a voice which seemed to be coming from himself, even though it was barely a whisper. As Pongo's nose became calm, he decided to pay closer attention to this tiny voice. It seemed to be singing a most beautiful song. As he listened more intently, he began to distinguish words woven through the harmony of its melody. Pongo decided to lay back on the meadow and let the harmony wash through him like a clear spring breeze. As he listened to the singing in his mind, the voice appeared to be speaking of a land far beyond this small island, and also of a being far greater than Pongo could at first comprehend. Pongo was beginning to feel alarmed and unsure as to what he should do. Still believing his nose to be his true source, he decided to bury his nose in the soft earth in the hope that this would still this new song. But as soon as he had done this, a great wind arose about him, coming from all four directions at once. Pongo put his fingers deep into the soil in the hope that he would prevail. The four winds were steadily increasing in their force, and soon Pongo's feet began to lift from the ground.
Oh no!
Yes, Pongo was now bolt upright, standing on his head. But even here, there was, as it appeared, no hiding place. for the pollen of the strange new plant had germinated in his body and was proceeding to spread throughout his sense of self. Then a voice speaking directly said, "This is the beginning of the greening of your true being. As you continue to hear my song, so your petals will unfold until you produce a most exquisite bloom. Pongo, the butterflies will love you forever. As we live the life of our dream, we must endeavor to remain to be seen." I thank you.
Oh, really?
Definitely needs a clap, I think.